AM 560. The Answer.
Move happened yesterday you should know about when it comes to the infiltration of the Chinese communists into our government. It's not just the fact that they own a tremendous amount of Democrats, senators, and congressmen. They do. They also have assets in very high positions in our government.
Huge breaking news within the State Department. Secretary Marco Rubio, with the approval of the President of the United States, Donald Trump, has just fired the Foreign Service Officer Daniel Choi, who we at OMG caught on hidden camera, revealing his romantic relationship with a CCP affiliate, possible Chinese spy.
I defied my government for love.
Now, according to a new statement from the State Department, quote, today, after presidential review and approval, the Secretary of State has terminated a Foreign Service officer, also known as FSO, who concealed a romantic relationship with a Chinese national with ties to the Chinese Communist Party.
Eric Swalwell is offering No King's swag you could buy from his store, a hat and shirt, and people will, and they will not realize that as the intelligence committee, as a congressman, he was stooping Fang Fang, a Chinese communist. Eric in Marengo.
Hey, Sean, I have no idea how the stock market works. I just imagine you guys smoking cigars, trading other people's money. But I can tell you one thing.
I never traded anybody's money, just mine. Go ahead.
Okay, I get it. All I know is I looked at my 401k the other day, and it's went up 18% in 8 months. So something's going on good with the economy, no?
No. The stocks are a currency of that individual company. When you look at the stocks that grow on fundamental principles of more business, of new business, of different directions and innovations, what are they? And the answer is not many, if any. AI makes up 7 stocks. 7 stocks of AI are the ones that are really dragging things up for the most part. But what it really shows is that the dollar you use to buy that other currency of that company, that dollar in your wallet, that dollar you busted your ass for today, that has less and less value. It's a reflection. So sometimes the market going up isn't good, like gold, 4,000. That's not good. It's not good at all. Not everybody, not just because not everybody has gold. But it's not good because it shows you the real destruction of these political whores called politicians, and it really focuses on what this right. Well, that's true. But it shows you a bigger picture of what this shutdown, and if the Republicans cave, of which I think they will, and they continue to perpetrate this crime, 85% of our debt has been since George W. Bush's first term. That is a staggering fact, kid. That's staggering. So people are celebrating, woo, we're still got our house and all this. But the broader problem is if they cave on this spending, if they continue to subsidize not just the welfare roaches domestic, but foreign, if they continue to lie about what the real cost and the destruction Obamacare was to the country, and you're putting lipstick literally on a pig, right?
Oh.
And I didn't even cover that Katie Porter, speaking of lipstick on a pig, that fat Democrat broad from California. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
So celebrate when you can. I mean, it's good you got stock. You offset the loss. Celebrate that. You were good enough and smart enough and your company invested enough to offset the loss of whatever that 401k is worth. There are ways to offset it, and that's important. But I want a trajectory of an economy so that kids we don't know yet because they haven't been born in the next 30 years have an opportunity to have a quality of life we take for granted. Thank you very much, brother. Eileen, Wilmette.
Hi, Sean. I just wanted to mention that I would bet that Eric Swalwell's swag is all made in China.
Oh, come on. Of course it is. He still has to have a reason to call the gumad. Fang Fang. Are my shirts ready, Fang Fang? Did you ever take a look at Fang Fang, Eileen? Did you ever do it?
No, because I haven't printed
it yet. Eileen, Google it, please. Because there's another little tidbit. They're very ugly people.
My screen.
No, but they're very ugly people. They're very ugly. Like Katie Porter. Have you seen Katie Porter?
Most Democrats are. Oh, my gosh, yes. She's
got a big buffalo head, and she threw the hot potatoes on the husband's head, too, and everything. And did you hear the get out of my shot clip, Eileen?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It's priceless.
It's a treasure trove of just bad behavior.
My word. She's ugly, proving beauty may be skin deep, but ugly is to the Democrat bone marrow. Thank you very much, Eileen. I appreciate it. Let's fill everybody else in, shall we?
If we don't electrify our transportation sector, that we're going to lose more than 500,000 Californians dying prematurely.
Now, did we have to beep this one? She may swear. Hand on the button, squirrel.
To air pollution and other problems, and the state could lose. Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's that.
Now, why would the girl just continue to have a conversation? That's when you pick up a pen and you hit her in that buffalo head of hers. What are you, out of your frickin' mind? Who are you talking to like that, fatso?
If we don't meet the commitments under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that. Stay out of my shot. Okay, I'm going to start.
I really hope. No, I really do. I hope that fat, ugly woman becomes the governor of California. That's what the Democrats deserve. Just in the same way the Chicago Democrats, you deserve, Brandon. You deserve it. Now wear it.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win, ma'am?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 6.
By the way, that contempt, that's why they steal elections. That contempt that they have for you is why they finance domestic terrorists. And when I say they, Katie Porter was a congresswoman. Sure she is. And I'm not doing the Crocodile Dundee test on her. The policies that were cut fund Antifa. That's the broader point. And that's why I play this ugly, inside and out sloth of a fracking human being. Typical Democrat lawyer from California.
60% of the vote. You think you'll get 60%? Everybody who did not vote for Trump will vote for you. That's what you're saying.
In a general election, yes. If it is me versus a Republican, I think that I will win the people who did not vote for Trump.
And every rat Democrat that votes for her, you deserve what you continue to get. You really do. As for the Antifa, the little Sallys and sissies, I understand why you vote Democrat. You're financed by the government. I know you are.
We do begin, though, in Washington, D.C. at the White House. The president only has one public event on his calendar this afternoon, which is a roundtable discussion. The topic? Antifa. President Trump designated it as a domestic terrorist organization late.
Now, you could ask the Sinaloas, who, by the way, just announced that they're going to start killing Americans in destinations in Mexico. Go ahead, go there. That'll be about as good as you think. Why wouldn't they? After all, Antifa, the domestic terrorists, have had cover of media.
In fact, it's not even like far-right groups like the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, which have had national leaders, unlike Antifa. There is no organized hierarchy to the group. And according to the Center for Strategic and International Studies, compared to right-wing extremists, Antifa-linked violence is rare and limited.
CNN, which is why they suck. Here's the who was told, listen, we put together, as you announced, and we told you not to do that, stupid. We put together the greatest fraud ring in American history. We told you to shut your fracking mouth.
We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of American politics.
Now, we told you not to say it, and you said it, stupid. So whatever you do during the debate, don't answer Antifa questions, okay there? Soiled trousers?
I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem. This is a left-wing. This is a left-wing problem.
White supremacist. Antifa's an idea, not an organization.
Oh, you got it.
Not militia. That's what his FBI director said.
Well, then you know what?
No, we're done, sir.
And then there comes the media to save them, right? What's that dripping down the front of your pants? They ignore it. So this to me would have you believe that the media is trying to tell you that nobody can stand them. Nobody. Understand, a third of this country is on the nipple. They'll vote for a pickle jar if it's a Democrat. Out of that, another 18, 19%, they want to be on the nipple. So they'll vote Democrat. All we've ever had to move this country around is a third. And Trump is doing just fine.
President Trump has spent the first 8 months of his presidency making good on some of his campaign promises. So what do voters think about it, and how could this impact the midterm elections to come? Harry Anton is crunching the numbers on this one. He's here with us now. Harry, it's been almost 1 year since the election. Well, how are voters feeling right now about the president?
You know, sometimes I think it's worth taking that 35,000 vote view. And as far as the American people are concerned, Trump could be better known as Steady Eddie. What are we talking about here? Well, why don't we take a look here? Favorable view of Donald Trump. You know, you go back to October of 2024, 44% of the American public viewed him favorably. Now, despite everything, look at this, 43%, which is well within the margin of error.
So don't worry. The Sinaloas, other street gangs, heroin dealers, welfare roaches, scumbags, and Antifa, they have the Democrats. All the good people, we have Donald Trump. 312-642-5600.
Broadcasting from the petri dish of corruption known as the state of Illinois. In the upper Midwest, the nation, and around the world. This is the Sean Thompson Show on AM 560. The Answer.